are kicking off this week's edition of Friday 5 with all things Super Bowl.
From brewskis to brats, your Super Bowl or snack bowl party will tackle the competition.
Coming up first on the menu, the drinks, of course. Americans will slug over 325 million gallons of beer on Super Bowl Sunday. That's according to Men's Journal.
To put that into perspective, every man, woman, and child would have to drink just over a gallon.
That means that on Super Bowl Sunday, Americans will consume 455 million pounds of barley, wheat, and rye.
Unless you're underage like me. In that case, you can crack open a nice cold Coca-Cola.
Next up, a plate of nachos with extra cheese, please.
Considering the amount of nachos, buffalo chicken dip, and queso football fans will be whipping up, Food and Wine projects Americans will buy 88 million pounds of cheese for the big game.
Now you're gonna need chips for all that cheese, and according to ABC, consumers will spend $278 million on potato chips and $224 million on tortilla chips.
That's 29 million pounds of chips. Corn and potato farmers, thank you.
Number 3, I'll take all the wings, please.
Americans will consume a record-breaking 1.4 billion wings during the Super Bowl, according to the National Chicken Council's Chicken Wing Report.
Now, this year's consumption is a 2% increase over last year's, meaning that Americans will eat 27 million more wings during this year's big game versus last year's.
To put that into perspective, if you ate 3 wings per minute during the game, it would take you about 900 years to eat 1.4 billion wings.
That is a lot of wings. Moving on, hot dogs, get your hot dogs!
It's estimated that 5,000 pounds of hot dogs will be sold at the Super Bowl this year, according to CBS Sports. That's over 16,000 hot dogs.
Now, speaking of hot dogs, the Mis-d-Wiener Mobile was in hot water this weekend.
The infamous vehicle was pulled over because of a failure to observe the move over law. Allegedly, the Wiener Mobile crowded the lane and just couldn't cut the mustard.
It probably should have been a Mis-d-Wiener.
We're betting the driver will relish the opportunity to abide by the law next time.
And finally, number 1, we'll see on Sunday how the Chiefs and 49ers match up on the field, but how do their two states match up in agriculture?
California's agriculture industry boasts the #1 spot in total agricultural cash receipts. Missouri ranks 11th.
But California is home to 69,000 farms compared to Missouri's 95,000 farms.
California's top 3 ag commodities are milk, grapes, and almonds. Missouri's top 3 are soybeans, cattle, and corn.
And no matter who you're rooting for this Sunday, you can tackle the game one snack at a time.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.